everyone, and welcome to the Southside Show Youth Perspective. I'm your host, Zenobia Adudu-Abrams, and thank you so much for joining. Here we interview Atlanta teens and highlight the amazing things they're doing down here on the Southside. You'll hear from artists, entrepreneurs, activists, and so many more. Thank you for joining. Today, our guest is Antonio Stevens. He is the founder and owner of Exotic Clothing Brand. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me here today.
Yeah. So, first of all, how are you feeling?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm good. So I wanted to get a little bit into your background. Were you born and raised here in Atlanta?
Yes, I was.
Okay.
I was born in South Fulton, Atlanta. Pretty much on Cleveland Avenue.
Yeah. Okay. And do you have like a big family, small family? How's it?
I would say my family is kind of big. Not sure exactly how many members on both sides, but it's a pretty big family.
Yeah. So many you can't count sometimes. Yeah. So do you have a lot of creative people in your family, people that are into, clothing as well?
I wouldn't necessarily say clothing, but however, recently my brothers and my sister started a clothing business also. They haven't really fully launched it, so I'm not sure what they decided on for a name. But I have 3 brothers and 1 sister. 2 of my brothers started a business and my sister started a business.
Yeah. Wow. So is that like you guys all starting businesses together sort of kind of? Or?
I started mine in 2018 in November. And I think 2019, my brother and my sister started one. 2020, my oldest brother started one.
Yeah. Wow. So it's like everyone's... Yeah. That's great.
Everybody's just starting a business out of nowhere.
Yeah. That's good, though. That's good. So how did you start your business, though?
I started my business because when I was little, at 4 years old, I was buying white T-shirts from Family Dollar, and I was designing them. And I used to attempt to sell them to anybody in the family just over and over again, and they would buy it. And so when I got older, going to Tri-Cities, and I went into the print shop, I got to start back making clothes. And I was like, I could actually make a business with this. This is something I love doing. Making clothes is a passion for me. So I'll just start making clothes and selling them.
Yeah.
And it was the start of a business for me.
Wow. Yeah. So 4 years old. That's great. What type of designs were you making at 4?
At 4, anything that I could draw. I would just get a permanent marker and draw it on there. I didn't have the equipment to make clothes the way I do now. So I'd take any permanent marker and whatever I could draw on the shirt or write on the shirt, I would do it.
Yeah. So how do you decide what you're going to make on your clothes now?
How I decide what I'm going to make on my clothes now, I go through various apps on my phone, such as PixArt, Fonto, anything like that. And it takes a very long time for me to design something, and once I decide that I like it, I'm like, I feel like this is something that the public would like, so it will put it on the shirt and see how it goes.
Yeah, definitely. So back to starting your business, did you need a lot of money? Like how did it sprout, I guess?
So yes, I did need a lot of money. However, what I didn't, I made a big mistake when I first started my business. I bought all of my shirts. I got it for a good price. But where I messed up was I was too eager, and I put one design on all of the shirts that I bought. I bought 52 shirts. I put one design on all 52. And till this day, I still have probably 30 of those shirts. So wow. That was a big mistake for me. So now I sell those shirts for like $10 instead of the original price because it's 2 years ago that I made them.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. But I did need a lot of money. I'm still funding my business currently because I still need to buy inventory and keep everything in stock. So it does take a lot of money from me.
Yeah. And also like time, I'm sure. How much time are you spending doing this every day?
While before I graduated, I worked on it. Let's see, we got out of school around 4. I would probably be up from 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. every day after school. Then once I started working, it decreased a little bit just so I can have more money to fund it. And now that I'm getting back into it, I say I do about 4 hours every day.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's what are you doing in those 4 hours?
Now I've recently started getting on TikTok to increase where I'm at. So I record TikTok videos of how I am designing things, such as on my phone, on the computer, and actually applying it to a surface. Because I've been designing actual objects, such as making stickers for laptops. I've been designing jars, glasses, and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So, and also like equipment wise, how much is it like a lot that you need? How's your setup, I guess?
Since I'm working in a small space, I don't have much. And there's a lot of equipment that I would like to get, but I need a bigger space to work with. So I'm trying to get into a home office or so I can get that equipment. So right now what I have is a Explore Air. It's a cricket maker. So that is it's not that big. It can fit on a desk, just any desk. It fits perfectly on there. And my laptop, and then there is the heat press.
Oh, yeah. And I wanted to ask, because, we're in Southside Atlanta, so how does that affect you, and how do you feel like that's helped your business so far?
I feel like Southside Atlanta has made a big impact on my business also. Considering this is where I was born and grew up, I feel like a lot of my designs may be impactful in a lot of the neighborhoods that are around here, because I make my designs with a message in a way. So the logo I chose the logo I designed. It is an island, but an island can have a lot of meanings and so. And the slogan I chose for my business was "Dare to be different." And everybody could have grown up in the same neighborhood, but everybody could have a different outcome. This is why I say dare to be different. You have the choice to be different from everybody you grew up with, and you have the chance to make a big impact from yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask, do you have any advice? Like, what would be your advice to someone that wants to start a business, but maybe they don't know how, or, they're just struggling maybe?
Okay. So my advice to someone who is attempting to start a business is work on a business plan. So in the meantime, while you're trying to start up a business, think about a brand name, what exactly you're going to be selling or making. Research everything you need to, such as the materials you're going to need, how much you're going to sell it for. Take account for all of those factors, because once you start, something may change, but at least you know how it may go. When you're doing a business plan, this is for once you feel confident enough and you believe you're making enough money, you can take it to the bank and maybe they can give you a business loan, and it'll be an easier process, because without a business plan, they're just gonna they may not approve of a business loan if you're trying to get one to go farther.
Yeah.
And no matter like how far you get, there's going to be some type of struggle. So I don't give up on it. Just try to figure out a way to get through it. There's going to be a struggle that you have to overcome at some point. Also, I would say have a very good supportive team behind you. Someone, a friend, family member, anyone that you could rely on for any type of support, either if it's financially for like $20, someone that could physically support you, mentally support you. You're going to need a very strong support system when you're trying to start a business, especially as a young entrepreneur.
All right. So if people want to reach out to you, where would they go?
So if people are attempting to reach out to me, you could go to my Instagram at exoticwear_, which is EXOTIICWEAR_. That will be my Instagram account. Also, my TikTok is fresh and recently started, probably about 1 month ago, which is exotic.clothing.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. We'd like to thank our guest, Antonio Stevens. Thank you so much for being here today and sharing.
Thank you very much for having me on the Southside show. It was a very nice experience for me to have.
Our time's up here on The Youth Perspective. I'm your host, Zenobia Adudu-Abrams. And remember, don't sleep on the Southside.